system.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the Heels to Balor, Sin Balor. You know the rest. I am back with another amazing episode of the Losers Lounge podcast. As you all know, we are the most famous podcast out there. Not really. But I am joined by my fellow losers. First of all, welcome back, the Double R, Reister Ryan.
What is going on, everyone? It is good to be back after being absent last week due to my electricity being out. But good news is I got it back on. And so finally I can refocus on the stuff that I missed out on. So it's good to be back. Sorry I missed last week. Unfortunately, things happened, but it is good to be back. Thank you very much.
That's good to hear. Glad to see that your power is back on, dude. And we are not alone. We also have Christian Maracle. What is up?
Oh, it is great days today. I really thank you very much, Heel Balor, for the wonderful introduction, because you are without doubt a wonderful member. That's probably why you were labeled the Losers Lounge Member of the Year of 2018.
That's very, very true.
And so, Willie, what are we going to be doing today?
We will be reviewing NXT TakeOver 25, and also predicting WWE Super Show-Down. And no, not Super Show-Down from last year. That's the name of the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view they have coming up on Friday.
Not the one from Australia.
Nope. Same name, just different year and different location.
And we'll definitely have a lot to talk about specifically about this. I just want to take a quick moment and say, while yes, The Undertaker is competing, I want to say the last time there was a Super Showdown event, The Undertaker was in a match labeled Last Time Ever, and this time he's in a match labeled First Time Ever.
That is correct.
So is there like a correlation going on here?
A what?
Probably.
Maybe. Probably.
Last time ever, first time ever. Well, what's next?
We hear first time ever so many times in this company, I swear.
Is the next show going to be a last time ever?
Probably. Well, we'll get to Super Showdown momentarily, but first, we're going to talk about the fun greatness that was the 25th annual NXT TakeOver. And I will say, when it was, we said before in last week's podcast, it was probably called that, aside from being the 25th TakeOver, because NXT Bridgeport did not sound catchy enough.
Very true.
No offense to those in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Yeah, no offense. We love you guys if you're listening from there.
Congratulations on
awesome.
being able to host the 25th NXT TakeOver.
25.
It's amazing how much they've done over that. And before we get started on review of the pay-per-view itself, I just want to say, scale of 1 to 10, Heel Balor, how would you rate this event?
9 out of 10. It was undisputed. Holy crap, what a show. They put on a banger. Lots of good matches. There was a questionable match and ending, but I'll get to that when we get to that. But overall, I really, really enjoyed this takeover.
Yep. And, of course, Reister Ryan, scale 1 to 10, how would you rate this?
I give it an A+++. So, 9 out of 10.
Okay.
A++. Wouldn't that be 10 or something? Because, that's like a high mark.
Probably my skill 9.8, 9.9.
Okay, so
yeah, I give it 9 out of 10. So
for me, most people would probably be shocked at me, but I gave this a 7 out of 10.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Well, while some of the moments were cool, most specifically the ladder match and the main event, the other 3 matches just didn't spark, honestly.
Yeah.
But, that's all right, though, because, at least the ladder match and the main event were great enough to give us a double thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Which is always a wonderful thing to talk about. Now, we're going to get started talk about these matches individually. Who's ready to talk about NXT?
Let's do it.
Awesome. All right. Now, this opening match was Matt Riddle versus Roderick Strong. Matt Riddle got the victory on this in about a near 15-minute match. And I'm going to start with Ryan. What did you think of this match and Matt's victory?
I would say this. I was kind of shocked that the tag team ladder match didn't start off first, because usually I think tag team matches always deliver, but honestly, I was okay with this starting off. But, I mean, this was an okay-ish match. Not going to go really too high on this, but I think it was, in my honest opinion, it was great that Matt Riddle got a win right here, since he lost to Velveteen Dream at TakeOver New York. So I think this was a good, what's the word I'm looking for? Redemption? Momentum kind of match for him, something like that. But anyway, I do feel like, though, we could possibly maybe see Matt Riddle in a NXT title picture, maybe by the end of the year or so. Because I think he is pretty high on Triple H's radar. But overall, I think I'm still not the biggest fan of his character, but he definitely does improve in the ring week after week. So overall, I think this match was really good. Not going to give it the greatest, but I think it was very good.
And also, what'd you think of Roderick Strong's performance?
Roderick Strong's amazing. As an individual competitor, and, I know some people have different views on Roderick Strong, but I think he's amazing as a singles competitor. I know at the time when Undisputed Era were kind of like teasing a breakup, I really think Roderick Strong can be great on his own. I don't think he necessarily has to have Undisputed Era by his side, because, we've seen him before. He does very well as a singles competitor. So, no different in this match. He was very good. So, props to Roderick Strong and Matt Riddle for a great match.
So, from my perspective, yeah, I can't be the only one who wants Roderick Strong out of the Undisputed Era, right?
You're not the only one, dude.
Because
while
it was great,
I'm okay with them being in the Undisputed Era, but I just, me personally, I think the big three, I call them the big three, was fine the way it was.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I will say that the reason for that is because, while it was great to see Roderick Strong being in the Undisputed Era for the past year, ever since New Orleans in 2018, I really think it'd be great to see him back in singles competition, especially since it looked like as if he was having issues with Adam Cole. So, how would it be if we're going to talk later about Adam Cole and his amazing performance at Victory, but I'm thinking I think they should start a rivalry that should be a future NXT title match with Adam and Roderick, maybe by Toronto or War Games.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. That'd be good. I think that'd be a very good match.
Yeah. But overall, for this match that Roderick Strong had with Matt Riddle, as everybody knows, I completely dislike everything about Matt Riddle and even his wrestling abilities.
Bruh.
I'm sorry, folks, but that's just how I am. And if you can't handle it, well, you know what we always say, right?
Christian, shall we talk about the so-called rumors that Matt Riddle was going to show up on Raw and go face-to-face with Brock Lesnar?
Every single time he brings it up, he always teases it on social media, and everybody's thinking he's going to show up. Like, people thought he was going to show up maybe at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Would he really be the one? Ask yourself honestly, would he really be the one to retire Brock Lesnar?
No, of course not. Besides, think about it. We're in the realm where they would pretty much write that Matt Riddle would get his ass whooped by Brock.
Easily.
Pretty much, yeah. Sorry to go off topic, but I would say real quick, if you would really think that Matt Riddle would honestly be the one to retire Brock Lesnar, that would just be no discredit to Matt Riddle. He's an amazing performer, but it just wouldn't make sense. And it would really make guys like Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe look even worse because they couldn't beat Brock Lesnar. And those are the type of guys, or at least one of them, Joe or Braun Strowman, would be one to put down the beast.
Exactly. Or even Roman Reigns. Even Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
But a guy like Matt Riddle, who literally wears nothing but his trunks, literally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And no boots still.
Oh, socks. The only upgrade he has is he has some sort of something on his ankle.
Yep.
But that's pretty much it. There was a moment when Roderick Strong hit a move in this match, and when he was pulling Matt over for the pinfall, it looked like he was about to rip Matt's trunks off.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if that actually happened?
That'd be super embarrassing.
Yeah, Matt's literally not wearing anything else. So, wow. But overall, the match that Matt and Roderick had was pretty good. It was a good way to kick off this 25th TakeOver show. And, of course, Matt got the victory after, I admit, the movie hit was like an inverted Styles Clash or whatever.
Yeah, it was awkward looking, but it finished the job.
Yep. I'm amazed Roderick Strong held on and broke out of the bro mission.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yo, Ballard, your thoughts on this match?
It was a good way to open the show. These two had pretty good chemistry in the ring. I'll give them that. As Ryan said, I mean, Matt Riddle's character is kind of not really interesting to me. At least I don't really care for it. The entire bro thing is pretty cool. But other than that, I really don't care about the character. The match was good. The finish was pretty good. There are a few times that Roderick Strong was going to win in this match. And, overall, it was a good match. I really enjoyed it for what it was. I wouldn't mind seeing a round two between the guys or another match. I think it'd be cool, And, I'll put Roderick Strong on the map once again, And I'm, of course, not the biggest Roderick Strong fan. And, by the way, going back to him being undisputed era, I liked it at first. Yeah, going on topic, whatever. It's our podcast. Whatever the heck we want. Him being an undisputed era now, it really is just. I think it just needs to be done with. I think you need to kick him out and just have the threesome, and just move on with those three: O'Reilly, Fish, and Cole, and just get Roderick onto his own singles level and have him do his own thing. But that's just my opinion there. And we had the match with Roderick and Riddle. Good match. I enjoyed it. That finish was weird, but good. I enjoyed it.
Yep. I will say, it was at least a good way to open the show. And as Ryan had said, he was surprised that the next match we're about to talk about wasn't the first one to kick it off. And ladies and gentlemen, it was a fatal four-way ladder match for the vacant NXT Tag Team titles. Now, before we begin talking about this match, or the participants in it, I just want to say something, which is the Viking Raiders, should have stayed in NXT and have competed in this ladder match.
Yes,
I agree. Because we haven't seen it in 4 weeks at least.
They get called up to the main roster and literally are not used on TV. Oh. So what was the point?
You know where they were on that night?
Where?
In my hometown at a WWE live event.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I did miss. I didn't watch it live, so I kind of had to watch it after my event was over. So yeah, I will say this. I kind of forgot the Viking Raiders were on the main roster.
You and me both.
And that's sad. They were like one of the top teams in NXT.
They were beasts in NXT, and now it's creative. Well, should we be surprised anymore? Creative doesn't know what the hell they're doing anymore.
They were only
in the John Moxley story.
They were only in NXT for about 6 to 7 months.
Oh, it's such good shit.
It's good shit.
That was
good. You're gonna love it.
Ryan, that was a great impression of Vince McMahon.
Thank you. Oh, such good shit. Our podcast is such good shit. This is what makes us.
Well, that's the only valid thing that Vince would ever say.
Yeah. And it's funny, ever since that podcast got released, I've seen a whole bunch of pics of Vince McMahon and such good shit memes. It's pretty funny.
Except the shit he puts on Raw is just atrocious.
Yeah.
Now, John Moxley winning the IWGP United States Championship is good shit.
Wait, what?
So congratulations.
Wait, hold on a second.
He won the United States Championship.
When the hell did that take place?
As we're recording this, we're recording this on a Wednesday, right? So it'd be Tuesday that he won the title.
Wow.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, in Japan.
Well, congratulations, John Moxley.
He also has a sick theme song.
And I believe he has a new finisher called the
It's
Death
basically the
Rider or
dirty
something.
beat that said he lifts them up and literally drives their head into the mat.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's
I think
so
it was
sick.
Death Rider or something. I'm
It's
not
called
sure.
Death Rider. And his what's his nickname? Death Rider. His nickname is Death Rider.
That'll work.
And what's really crazy is he was wearing shorts.
He's wearing
Which
shorts and
shocked the
boots.
heck out of me. It shocked the heck out of me.
That's
To see
amazing.
John Moxley wear
People off.
shorts.
Like I tweeted out a few minutes ago. I'm like, Moxley flipping off people and dropping F-bombs. Life is good. Oh
Yep,
my God.
indeed.
John Moxley's taking the wrestling industry right now.
But back to what we were saying.
yeah.
The Viking Raiders.
Oh yeah, sorry. Off topic.
The Viking Raiders, should have stayed in NXT. If they didn't have anything set up for them on the main roster, there was honestly no point of bringing them up.
Yeah,
They
it's
probably
like-
this is creative.
They'd probably still be the NXT champions right now, or maybe they would have
yeah,
lost it in this
they could have had a very, very long run with
Or they
the
may have-
But
titles.
that's once again the
wouldn't-
thing with Vince. He doesn't know what the
And-
hell to do with on the main roster.
funny. You know what's funny is that, well, okay, I was at TakeOver Phoenix. I saw the match between Undisputed Era and the War Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
That
Good
was
match.
such a great match. You know, the War Raiders won the NXT Tag Team titles. They held on to it about, 2 or 3 months?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're
Sure.
getting called up to the main roster, and basically they vacate the titles. Like, what the hell? They could have had a big,
It doesn't make sense.
long run with those titles.
Hey, they
I
could
mean,
have
like,
been.
they didn't have a lot of time in NXT, honestly.
They could have
especially with
broken the
belts. Like,
Ascensions
it's just
record,
stupid.
honestly. They could have broken the
Hmm?
Ascensions record.
Exactly.
They could have held it up to the next NXT TakeOver before the Royal Rumble.
The thing is, Vince doesn't know what the hell to do with on the main roster. He thinks that the shit that he has on his side of the thing, is actually good. When in reality, it is not.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Pretty
Yeah.
much NXT is basically the only thing that's keeping really WWE going at this point.
Yeah. They could have.
You can't deny that, Ryan.
They could have ended up losing the tag team titles, maybe even in this ladder match that took place to the Street
But no.
Profits.
It doesn't make any sense. They vacated the belts, and we haven't seen them on the main roster in 4 weeks, I believe.
Not on
5
TV
weeks, I don't
anyway.
know, 4 or 5 weeks.
Not on TV anyway.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Where are they? What? They're probably in catering.
Here's the bigger question: where the hell is Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder?
Yeah,
another good
where are
question.
they?
Where are
The Raw Tag Team
Champions?
Champions. Hell, we saw more of the Women's Tag Team Champions. Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Like, here's the thing: if they weren't going to do much, if you wanted to give them the moment, they could have just had them win the titles at WrestleMania and lose it the next night.
That's what
Yeah.
they should have done, but no.
Could have lost it to. Maybe that could have been when the War Raiders first showed up.
Yeah.
They would imagine if they
And
won the
also-
NXT. Imagine if they were NXT Tag Champs and then suddenly won the Raw Tag titles.
Right. Also, another thing, yesterday I saw one of your tweets, Christian, about the women's tag titles. And of course, for those of you that don't know, the Iconics are the women's tag team champions. But however,
Really,
Literally.
I wouldn't know that. It's
Literally,
winning
Yeah, literally,
those
we have
tag
to say
titles at
that.
WrestleMania, they have not had one single title defense. And Christian
Nope.
makes a good point. Really, honestly, what teams are there? About maybe 2 or 3?
Yeah, I
Maybe.
posted.
Probably
I made a long post on my Instagram about the women's tag team titles, and I'm like, there's not really enough teams, at least legit teams. You need at least 6 or more legit teams in order to have a tag team division here to go after these tag team titles. And right now, the Iconics, Fire and Desire, and exactly right.
The Kabuki Warriors or whatever.
Yeah, simple
Who?
question. Where are the Kabuki Warriors?
Big facts.
Whatever the heck they're called.
Where's your division? Where is your division? Like, for real, this is ridiculous.
Here's the thing.
And I guess technically Alexa and Nikki Cross are kind of a
Well,
tag
that's
team,
what
I
we
guess.
saw on SmackDown Live, I guess.
Well, Alexa Bliss is going off against the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley at Stomping Grounds.
Whoopty.
Oh, hell.
But we'll talk about that when we get around this time. Let's actually go back to the ladder match that we're supposed to talk about. I think I
We're all
said.
over the place today.
I know. I think we said. I think it just goes to show we have a lot to talk about.
We do.
That's all right though. This is all relating to tag teams anyway, so I guess it's somewhat related.
It is. It is.
All right,
Yeah.
back to the ladder match with vacant tag team titles. We're going to review that. Sorry, folks, if we went on for too long. But you know what?
Oh,
It's
good,
okay.
man.
Let's go back to this. Heel Balor, let's go back to this. Heel Balor, what was your thoughts on the Fatal 4-Way ladder match and the Street Profits' victory on becoming the new tag team champions?
To me, this match was the second best match of the night. Holy crap, there were some spots that made me made my jaw drop, dude. Like, it was a spot fest. It was dangerous at some points. And props to my man, Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh,
Props
yeah.
to my man,
Holy
Kyle O'Reilly.
Godly. Rip to his back. Just like Finn Balor, you are the real MVP.
I wrote on Twitter that both Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly are the MVPs out of matches this year so far.
Yeah,
they took beatings.
Yeah, they both gained a lot more respect from me in these two ladder matches. And I won't say that Kyle's bumps were as violent as Finn's bumps, but they were violent enough. They were violent enough.
Oh, they were violent enough where I got a hole in his back. So, yeah. But yeah, like, you have the Forgotten Sons out there, which, I really don't care about them. I don't really care about their gimmick. It's bizarre and awkward.
Like their
only
name.
Logan and Danny Burch put on a good show. Say that again, Christian?
The name Forgotten Sons actually made sense because we actually forgot they were in the match several times.
I forgot they were on the roster.
I believe, their like third guy, Jackson Riker, took like 5 minutes of the ladder match's time to attack everybody and get his ass whooped and help the Forgotten Sons in 0 ways.
Yeah. They beat the crap out of him. That was a pretty cool spot. Everyone just gamed up on him, and they're like, okay, we're supposed to be fine with each other. Yeah.
When I first saw that this match was gonna, I knew when I was like, okay, let's see, Undisputed Era's in there, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish. Okay, that's cool. And when I saw the other 3 teams, I was like, finally. When I saw the other teams, I was like, finally. It's good to see, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, the Street Profits, and even the Forgotten Sons, at least get a title opportunity for this.
Very true, very true.
It just goes to show that NXT has got fresh new teams here. Yes,
unlike the main roster where your teams aren't fresh and your divisions are garbage. Yes, even the women's division is garbage. Don't at me.
We have 4 teams that competed in this ladder match. We'll probably have more as time goes on as well.
Which is a good thing. I love how NXT is just building up their divisions and all that kind of stuff. They're using people who don't really are being used. They're focusing on the jobbers. They're focusing on the main talent. They're focusing on the mid-card. I love it.
It's amazing. It is very amazing.
Great. Are you watching, Vince? Are you watching?
Probably not.
Are you too busy coming up with your new comedy 5-year-old acts?
Probably. Comedy. Yeah, comedy. Sure. Nothing in this company is comedy to me. As for the winners, Street Profits, my boys, I went into that match with them as the clear-cut winners, with Undisputed Era trailing behind, which, by the way, I marked out when Red Dragon came out, seeing my boys back together, Street Profits winning, man, I marked out so hard. I was so happy for them. They deserved it. Nothing else to say, man. We got black NXT Tag Team Champions. We got the black WWE Champion. We have the black North American Champion. What else could I be asked?
Ember Moon becoming Women's Champion?
Say it again?
Ember Moon possibly becoming Women's Champion one day?
Please and thank you. Please. You know what? That begs the question. Why isn't she the number 1 contender instead of Alexa Bliss? I'll never know. But, oh my gosh. We'll talk about that.
It's because Ember's not blonde. It's because Ember's not blonde. I would probably say that's the reason. But
True.
Double R Wrestler Ryan, what was your thoughts on the ladder match and the Street Profits victory?
Amazing freaking match. Like I've always said, shout out my second favorite match of the night because I knew this match was going to be freaking epic. And like I said, I wish this would have kicked off the show, especially since we, since it was a ladder match, I thought it would really get the crowd really into the show very early on. And this match delivered. Oh my gosh, there's so many amazing moves. Top rope blockbuster, a whole bunch of dives and stuff. Oh, also, shout out to Ronaldo for 5 epic moments on commentary. I mean, oh my gosh, his reaction was amazing. Pay the man double the money. But yes, I did predict Undisputed Era to win, and the reason why is I was really kind of thinking they were going to have both, the tag teams and the NXT Championship, which we'll get to later on Undisputed Era, and then have like a little run with it. But I'm happy for the Street Profits. I think this was a very good choice, and the Street Profits are definitely, I think, in my opinion, they're very underrated, but they are a tag team that I think the NXT universe can get behind, and they deserve this moment. They deserve it. But shout out to the other teams; they did really good. So I'm excited to see what happens next for the NXT Tag Team titles. But for one thing, it's going to be very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if the entire Undisputed Era, if Kyle and Bobby won the tag titles and Adam won the NXT title, sadly Roderick would feel left out because he's got nothing, right?
First, he's
unless if he had like the North American title.
That is true. Yeah.
Lackey of the group needs to be kicked out. God.
Yeah.
I'm just so tired of Roderick Strong. In the Undisputed Era, not him in general. Yeah.
My thoughts of this ladder match was really good because anytime I've seen a ladder match in NXT, it always blew my mind away.
Same.
This was like, what I really liked was seeing all the plastic cups in the crowd go flying in the crowd when the Street Profits won.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that was cool.
Where did they get all those plastic cups anyway? Was they like complimentary or something?
Probably.
Hey, but at least that means you know how to get your free drinks then.
Are these not like grocery store style cups?
Suddenly found from Walmart.
Well, it worked, I guess. Everybody in Bridgeport decided to get one.
Yep.
Unless they're hosting some sort of thing on the outside where you got to have some drinks in those plastic cups.
Yeah.
Either way, it worked out very well. What are their names? Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Did I say that right?
That's right.
Yep.
They were.
All right, brother.
A lot of people.
Correct.
Here's the thing. A lot of people have compared them to Crime Time, which I don't see. I don't see as a bad. I don't see as a bad.
A lot of people were saying like Crime Time 2.0. But I'm like, nah, it's a different gimmick. Like,
yeah, I've heard comparisons to them with Crime Time.
Yeah. Like maybe in a way, but no, it's two different gimmicks.
I'd still like to see the Street Profits face Crime Time one day. That'd be cool, huh?
It's a dream match.
Wrestling to this day, apparently.
Imagine this:
Indies.
Street Profits versus Crime Time for the NXT tag titles.
Yes,
I do think that I think Crime Time actually is competing in Texas, like one of the shows. I can't remember when.
I
believe so.
At a house show or something. At least that's what Conor Riley said at a house show.
Yeah, something like that.
Shout out to Conor Riley, by the way, and Flow Section. Miss you guys.
Miss you, Conor. Shoot, I felt really bad for missing last week because Conor was here.
Yeah.
I missed him.
It's all
KELSEY
good.
too.
It's all good.
We miss you guys.
Yeah, the Street Profits victory was great. Like, the gang up on Jackson Riker was hilarious, especially putting the ladder up and down and up and down.
That was funny.
Couldn't stop laughing at that. The Forgotten Sons indeed remain forgotten in that match.
Yep.
Kyle O'Reilly, props to him on the violent bumps he took in that match.
Kyle O'Reilly was the MVP of the match, people. Don't at me.
He is freaking amazing.
Oni and Danny, congrats on their performance as well. But most importantly, congrats on the Street Profits for their victory. And I look forward to seeing them bring those tag titles into Toronto.
Hopefully.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next TakeOver event...
Sorry, Chris. I just thought of this. I don't know if it's funny or not, but I don't know why the crowd went when O'Reilly took those bumps. You want to know why?
Why's that?
Why?
Because they call him O'Reilly on our parts.
Ow! It's funny when I did it the first time.
So as I was saying, what I'm happy to say is there are two more NXT TakeOver events. Well, not counting the UK one, but on the main NXT brand, there's two more TakeOver events, and I'm going to be at both of them, Toronto and War Games 3.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is a record set by the Losers Lounge podcast. There's been a member that has attended a TakeOver this year.
Well,
or is going to.
Well, almost, because neither one of us was at New York or 25.
And maybe
3 of
in
5.
spirit we were.
3 out of 5.
Counts.
Yeah, I was thinking
that kind of counts.
We've also invaded the WWE Network before.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
And the YouTube channel,
which is pretty crazy. Someone actually sent me this, but I made it on Becky Lynch's WWE 24.
Yeah, he did. I watched it. I was like, oh my God, that's right.
That was awesome.
Yeah. In the Royal Rumble, I was like, oh my gosh, that's me.
That was
crazy.
Yeah. Now we're going to move on to the next match, which is the NXT North American title match between Velveteen Dream and the returning Tyler Breeze.
Oh, yes.
This match was all right. Okay, it was good. I enjoyed it.
It was good, yes. However, it did not meet good expectations from me anyway, because for a majority of the time, they were pretty much doing a dick measuring contest with their taunts.
Yeah.
Not to mention Velveteen stealing Tyler's cell phone and saying, "Say cheese! Say cheese!"
Yeah.
And obviously we know Velveteen Dream, he's a wonderful competitor when it comes to NXT. Seriously, my favorite match he's ever competed in was the time he faced Tommaso Ciampa at War Games last year.
Same, dude, same.
But it's good to see him as the North American champion. It's good to see the Velveteen Dream pretty much on top of the mid-card world in NXT.
Well, before he's on the main event spot.
And when it comes to the NXT North American Championship, when they first introduced that a year ago, I was excited to see it, and it was so amazing to see how much that title has done over a year since it was first debuted. But as for the match between Tyler Breeze, I kind of predicted, that Velveteen would retain the title. And he did. It was an okay match, but that's about all I can say about it, because it just wasn't that great. It was okay, but it just wasn't that great. Ryan, what was your thought? What was your thoughts, Ryan, on the North American title match?
Sorry, guys. I was eating a Rice Krispie treat, so I apologize.
Oh, I love Rice Krispie treats.
I'm surprised you're not eating popcorn, because I'm not ranting.
I love Rice Krispie treats.
All right. I thought this was a very good match. I will say, for the most part. I think without doubt, Breeze and Dream had a very good chemistry, character work together. And I'm actually glad to see Tyler Breeze back in NXT, since, like we said before, if main roster has nothing for him, NXT probably does.
That is very true.
I thought this was really good. But overall, I did like the selfie that Breeze took with Dream. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's well worked. Very good match. I was kind of hoping a little bit more out of it, but overall, I can't complain. It was really good. And, I'm really loving the NXT North American title matches. It's a title I've really, really enjoyed. And it's really probably my second favorite, I would say, on the NXT roster, the North American title. So definitely, I've been really honored to see several very good matches. For example, Johnny Gargano and Ricochet, very good one. Even, I would say even Matt Riddle and Velveteen Dream was a good one too. And, Breeze versus Dream was a good one as well. So I think Dream will probably still keep the North American title, maybe just a little bit longer. I think the Dream experience will continue, whatever that may be. So, without doubt, very good matchup. So, props to those two.
And of course, while the next NXT TakeOver event is Toronto, I'm hoping it's going to have a good feeling like the times where, they were in Brooklyn. Because, those cards were always holy shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm hoping they do the same thing for Toronto.
I will say, one match that I loved, I can't remember what TakeOver it was. It might have been TakeOver Toronto, but I can't remember. It was, I think, Bobby Roode versus Ty Dillinger. That was a very good match. Yeah,
that was Toronto the last time they were in
Toronto. That was a good one.
Of course, that was my first NXT TakeOver. I believe
you are correct, Double R.
I have attended 3 NXT TakeOvers in my life. I've attended to one in Toronto, Orlando, and Philadelphia.
Yeah, and the great thing is, well, of course, I attended my first at Phoenix, but I will say this: it's such an amazing experience when you're there live in person. If you ever go to a takeover event, it is amazing. Like, the crowd is like probably nothing else I've ever seen before. Like, they're so into it, and it's very lively.
And you know, the
so
crowd,
cool.
the crowd of Toronto is always into, you know, all the action. So imagine how they're going to react to an NXT takeover.
Oh yeah,
just like they did in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to once again to my brother Longneck Josh. His first WWE pay-per-view was in NXT takeover.
Josh.
Back when I took him to
Josh.
Philadelphia, and he went to the Royal Rumble the next night. So you can imagine how much of a good time
I'd be
he
a
had.
jerk.
I saw that vlog. It was amazing.
There's gonna be a
good.
lot more crazy vlogs for SummerSlam week. I promise. You guys got to check it out when the time comes. But
Oh
Can't
yeah,
wait.
and
back to the North American
Christian?
title match. Heel Balor, what was your thoughts on Velveteen and Tyler Breeze? Heel Balor.
Hello.
Sorry about that.
Are you
I'm here now.
What was it?
Anyways, going into the match,
Yeah.
I thought first of all, I thought this was going to be a very meh match, a very flamboyant match because of the characters. But you know, they blew my expectations out of the water. They actually took it to each other. I enjoyed it for what it was. Velveteen Dream, I'm a big fan of him. Tyler Breeze, I mean, main roster wise, no, but you know, once he returned to NXT, and this match proved that he can still go, especially now that he wasn't handcuffed, especially on this stage. You know, he showed that he could still go. There are a few spots I loved. I loved the spot where Dream is slamming Tyler's head on the announce table, and they did the selfies thing. That was pretty funny. There are a few near fall spots that I enjoyed. You know, Breeze got the beauty shot in there, which I thought he was going to win, actually. You know, as I tweeted out, it was Dream over for Tyler Breeze. So, you know, Dream retained, but, you know, it's all good. The selfie afterwards was pretty cool, too. And overall, I really enjoyed the match. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. Good match.
Indeed. So I believe I got Ryan, I got Willie, and now I got myself. So let's go to move on to the next match. The NXT Women's Championship match. Shayna Baszler versus Io Shirai. And this was honestly a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be another situation where Shayna Baszler would retain the title. First of all, yeah, she did retain the title. However, Shayna won fair and square this time.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir did arrive, but Candice LeRae took care of them before they could do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
It was.
But, of course, Shayna Baszler defeats Io Shirai by submission. But there's one thing I wanted to bring up. Io Shirai looked more like a heel after the match was over, right?
Everyone's been saying that. She just won a
Yeah.
match.
It's mainly because, here's the thing, if she lost by cheating, then maybe I could understand it, but she lost fair and square and then attacked.
She's frustrated.
Yep, so at that point I was
Basic
like,
frustration.
that's what you call, that's what a heel does. What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's what Shayna should be doing or something if she lost fair and square. But Heel Balor, what was your thoughts on the NXT Women's Title match?
This match, it was good for what it was. Lots of rest holds, lots of submission holds. You know, a regular Shayna Baszler match, basically working her pace. Then Io Shirai woke up, you know, did her usual shtick. There was points where I thought she was going to win. But in the end, Shayna tapped her out, and I groaned so loudly. I was like, really? Really? She has held that championship since Evolution, I believe. And not that I don't like Shayna Baszler, because I do. I do think that she has an amazing, she's an amazing talent. And she can deliver good matches. But this title run, man, so far has just been forced to me, in my opinion. You know, I know they're trying to establish her as like this main dominance on the NXT roster for the women, and I call her the Samoa Joe of the women's division. I know why people are saying, "Oh, why do you call her that, Willie?" The dominance. the dominance, and she has some of his she just brings a lot out. She just has some of Joe's aggressiveness and his ring tactics, whatever. So once again, her run has just been not fun for me. I do think she's just holding the women's division hostage at this point. I don't see why Triple H would just give the championship to Io Shirai. And of course, that wasn't the case on TakeOver night. She tapped out, and I groaned loud, of course, and that was it. I was like, "Come on, dude!"
Based on what happened afterward, I would probably say that they may have a rematch at Toronto, maybe in a kendo stick match.
I wouldn't mind it.
I think they're probably saving somebody to dethrone Shayna Baszler on a bigger stage. So why not a bigger stage than Toronto?
Excuse me, it's in the voice.
That's all right. Ryan, what was your thoughts on the women's title match?
Is Shayna Baszler ever going to lose her NXT women's title?
I guess she's just that dominant.
She's never going to lose it.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
So, who knows when she's going to drop the title and get called up to the main roster? Well, there's probably been several times we thought, even this year we thought probably maybe she might get called up to the main roster, but it didn't happen. Overall, I was not really a big fan of this match. I will say that. I really was not all that into this match. Although, I will say that Io Shirai, sorry if I mispronounced the name, I apologize. I will say she's very good. I really thought she would have been the one. I did predict her to win the title. I really thought she would have been the next one to take the title off Shayna Baszler, but that didn't happen. And so, really honestly, I think I should probably just continue to pick Shayna Baszler from now on because she's never going to freaking lose the title.
Nope.
Well, here's the thing. Shayna's not exactly held as long as Asuka has.
That's true.
But
and plus,
God, it just feels like
it's very long now.
Well, the reason
it feels like it's been too long.
Well, the way I see it is, Shayna is just too dominant and everything that it gets to the point where people are literally asking, "Is there anybody who's going to be able to take the title off her?" That's the way I see it. Because in my opinion, we had to literally. The moment where you're literally asking, how is anybody going to take the title off her, that's when it's a dominant title reign.
And also, there's another thing, I feel, and of course, Shayna Baszler has, her 4 horsewomen and stuff, but it just feels like, the whole interference just makes it really kind of, it makes it tough to watch. And it really just feels like there's kind of no woman on the roster that can really even challenge Shayna Baszler without, the 4 horsewomen getting involved without interference. So that's just kind of the frustrating part. But I don't know. Maybe they're waiting for someone or something. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
You bring up or bring in to take it from her.
At least in this women's title match, we can't blame the victory on the interference.
No.
Because even Io Shirai didn't really get distracted. Once she knew that Candice LeRae was taking care of them, she's like, okay, I can focus.
Oh, no, that was the distraction. She got distracted by her friend basically taking care of business, and she got distracted, which cost her.
I don't know, she still took advantage because, she still had Shayna down for the next few minutes before Shayna locked in her submission. But, Shayna Baszler's still the NXT Women's title. We're waiting to see what's going to happen. Wonder if Candice LeRae is going to be in the title picture one day.
Hopefully.
We'll have to wait and find out. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go right to talking about our main event, and we're going to have Finn Balor go last on this one.
Yes, you will.
Because we had Johnny Gargano dressed as Captain Marvel defending the NXT Championship against Adam Cole.
Very bad.
All right. In a rematch from their great encounter at NXT New York, their match at NXT New York was the one where I admitted that Johnny Gargano had silenced me, huh?
That is correct.
He silenced me. Tonight, I felt satisfied.
I know.
Because, well, think about it. The way I saw it was like, oh, he failed. It's another day in the career of Johnny Gargano. Probably shouldn't have worn the Captain Marvel outfit. Isn't it ironic that at TakeOver 25, he dressed as Captain Marvel, which is when he lost, whereas when he won the title, he was dressed as Iron Man.
Very crazy.
True.
Yeah, so I guess
stuff.
Adam Cole was Thanos, I guess. When he was dressed as Iron
That's
Man,
what I said before the match began.
Yeah, when Johnny Gargano was dressed as Iron Man, he defeated Adam Cole. When he was dressed as Captain Marvel, he lost to Adam Cole, just like Thanos defeated Captain Marvel. Spoilers of Avengers Endgame, folks.
Oops.
But you know what?
Okay.
You've seen the movie at least 5 times by now, folks.
And if you haven't, that's not our problem.
Exactly. Yep. The Russo brothers told us that we are allowed to talk about the spoilers all we want. Iron Man dies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Iron Man dies.
And Captain America gets old.
Which I thought was the perfect ending for him.
Yeah.
But the NXT title match...
Falcon becomes the new Captain America.
This NXT title match, in my opinion, was not as good as their first one. That's the way I quoted it. It just wasn't as good as their first one because the first 17 minutes didn't really feel that fun. It was only the last 17 minutes that did.
Yeah.
Half of this 32-minute match had me looking at the clock saying, how much longer is this going to go? So a lot of people are saying this match is
going to continue.
A lot of the people are saying this match was better than the first one. The reason I don't is because I count every minute, not just the last number of minutes.
Yeah.
You can't say something's a perfect match based on the last 5 or 10 minutes. But it was great for what it was, and I enjoyed several great moves. Thank God Johnny Gargano did not do 50,000 kickouts this time. That was a big mistake.
Very big mistake.
Yep. But since he was dressed as Captain Marvel, we knew Captain Marvel never kicks out anyway, so.
Nope.
I'm going to say, folks, yes, Adam Cole is the brand new NXT champion, which is the title he was trying to get since he debuted at Brooklyn 3 in 2017.
Yes, and life is good as an Undisputed Era fan.
And Double R Racer Ryan, what was your thoughts on the NXT title match?
I thought it was pretty good. Don't remember they necessarily at the level of TakeOver New York, because I think that was probably my favorite one, but this one was just about as close. I will say that. Amazing spots. Oh my gosh. And without doubt, this is my favorite match of the night. Of course, you know me, I'm a big Adam Cole Bebe fan. And legit, I even tweeted TakeOver New York that I was all for Team Adam Cole. But Saturday I wasn't able to post because I was at my live event, so I didn't really get to. I was kind of disappointed to see this match live in person, or not live in person, but live on the network. But that's okay because I did watch it afterwards, and holy cow, it was amazing. My mind was blown away. The storyline was absolutely amazing. The crowd was definitely into this. They were in this match. And the ring work between these two was just absolutely incredible. These two have some good chemistry. And all of us do is going to be a great match. But however, though, I'm going to give the TakeOver New York one just a little bit more of an edge. But this one ranks up pretty close. So I am so happy that Adam Cole finally won the NXT title. Johnny Gargano is amazing run with the title. I think they just gave Gargano the title at TakeOver New York just to give him his moment that he deserved or that he earned. But yeah, I'm super happy Adam Cole finally won the title. So props to both men. Very fantastic job. And yes, the NXT title reign of Adam Cole, baby, has begun.
Well,
boom.
One thing I'm also say is to all the fans out there who actually complain saying Johnny Gargano's becoming like Sasha Banks, at least Johnny knows what it's like to defend and retain a title.
Oh, so true.
Well, here's the thing. Technically not singles. However, he and Tommaso Ciampa did retain their NXT tag title several times before they lost it to Authors of Pain.
You don't see Johnny Gargano waltz off of WrestleMania and bitch and moan.
Exactly.
Oh!
And yes, I'm it. In both Johnny's NXT North American title defense and the NXT title defense, he never successfully defended it. Yes, that's true. However, that doesn't mean he was a bad champion. Even though his NXT North American title match only lasted a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
28 if you're talking TV time or whatever. But I will say it's just be thankful that Johnny Gargano is the first ever Triple Crown champion on NXT. And Adam Cole was the second one now. But just be thankful that Johnny Gargano actually won his moments rather than not winning them at all and just move on with your life. Because think about it. It's one thing, better to win the title and then lose it than to never have held it at all. That's what's important. People got to realize that the one thing that was important to Johnny was winning the title. He never said anything about holding the title. The dream was to win the title, and he successfully did it. Adam Cole can only take the title away from him. He can't take away what happened at New York. So if anybody's saying his moment was ruined or anything, grow the hell up. And anyways, though, it's time to talk with heel Balor. Give us your thoughts on this.
I told you guys that this moment was coming. I told y'all to be patient. I told you that to be patient with this moment. I told you that they were biding their time. I told you that they were just building everything up. I told you that it was all coming very soon, and it all paid off. What did I tell you? I was right, and it's undisputed. This match was incredible. Holy crap. This match, I was on my feet for the entire time. The second those two got started, the back and forth stuff they did, even before the match even started, they were taunting each other. The crowd was fully behind Adam Cole to the point where they were booing Johnny Gargano. Booing him. I'm like, why? I asked a few friends, I'm like, why are they booing Gargano? I'm a Gargano fan, as you all know. So that kind of hurt me. So this match was incredible. Good spots, lots of kickouts, lots of finishers, lots of reversals, lots of just amazing stuff. The super kick on the outside was great. There were so many super kicks on this show. Let me just say that. Holy crap. What else did they have? There was the last shot. He hit one, which was pretty cool. There were a few moments that Gargano was going to retain. There were a few moments I thought, okay, I think this is going. Gargano's going to retain. You have Adam locked in Gargano escape. There was a moment where Adam locked Gargano in the Gargano escape, which is pretty cool. I think Gargano hit the last shot one time, which is pretty cool. I marked out that. Then the final moments of the match, Cole hit the Panama Sunrise, which I marked out. Then he hit the last shot. 1, 2, 3. My jaw dropped. I went bananas. Holy, I wish I got my reactions to that, guys. It was incredible. I marked out. I was so happy. It was incredible. Awesome moment. Undisputed Era came out. I had my Undisputed Era shirt on. I was just, oh my God, I was just going insane. And let me talk about Adam Cole's entrance. He was playing the entrance by Joshua Williams. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That was sick.
Freaking amazing.
And as Christian said, Captain Marvel lost in Endgame. I said Infinity War. She got destroyed in Endgame. Gargano, the same thing. He wore Captain Marvel gear. Thanos destroyed you. There you go. End of story. No, Gargano was not like Sasha Banks. Don't even compare him to her. Don't even say that. Adam Cole is now the face of NXT. As Christian said, they just wanted to give Gargano his run. Gargano had his run. It's Adam Cole's time. I was patient. I got what I wanted. I am a happy boy. Kind of upset Gargano did lose because I wanted to have a little bit longer run title, but I think I knew what NXT was planning with this. I mean, it would have been good if they had it planned and they had him win it in New York, which would have made it more special for me because it was on my birthday week. But it's all good. Adam Cole's the NXT champion, and I really can't wait to see where they go with him as champion. Lots of new challenges ahead. Lots of new opponents. Heck, we might see a feud with him, and they might have Undisputed Era probably get entangled in this. Who knows? But Adam Cole's the NXT champion. Life couldn't be better for me as an Undisputed Era fan. It's awesome. Hate on it all you want. If you don't like Adam Cole, man, that's fine. If you don't like Johnny Gargano, that's fine. But this match was incredible. Do I think this match tops the match in New York? Kinda. Actually, I think it does. I mean, there are a lot more better spots in this match, in my opinion. And I think the storytelling in New York was better, but to me, this match was the better match, at least to me. Just a little bit. But overall, I enjoyed both matches, but I think this match won out of the two.
There's a few moments. Better out of the two. There's a few moments in this match I wanted to quickly bring up. Some of the most intense sequences had to be that brain buster onto the knee on the outside.
Yeah.
The Panama Sunrise onto the floor.
Oh,
that was sick. That was sick right there.
And not to mention when Johnny went for a suicide dive, Adam hits a super kick, and Johnny literally crash lands on the floor.
Yeah.
Kick and then crash land. I was like, ow.
Yep.
Man, Gargano took some heavy spots.
So
there was one thing in this match I really loved. You have Gargano holding the steel chair. Adam Cole's pointing to the stage. I'm like, okay, here comes Undisputed Era. Here we go. Here they come. Nope. Nobody comes out. Adam Cole just distracts Gargano, hits a drop kick, which is pretty cool. He had the referee distracted as well. So I was thinking, okay, here comes Undisputed Era. Or I was thinking Kevin Owens was going to come out for some reason because early in the day, Kevin Owens teased something about Undisputed Era and stuff like that. So I didn't get my hopes about that. You know, it would have been cool to see Kevin Owens walk out randomly on the NXT show and tear Gargano. But that distraction was pretty cool. No Undisputed Era. And Adam Cole did it all on his own. That's the best part about this entire thing. My boy did it all on his own. No cheating.
No interference this time.
No interference, no cheating, all on his own.
Here's the thing.
I will say Gargano had some incredible selling.
Yeah, he did. I ain't taking anything away from Gargano. Nothing away from him.
One thing I will
this
say is...
was undisputed.
Yeah, it was. The Undisputed Era was all over. The Undisputed Era was in 3 out of the 5 matches. To quote Thanos from Avengers Endgame, Adam Cole is inevitable.
Yes, he is.
And, well, I will say, congrats once the last time to Adam Cole, and I can't wait to see Adam Cole in Toronto as the NXT champion. I'm a lucky guy.
If he holds for that long. They better keep it on for that long. I hope so.
Well, that's the next takeover, so I presume that's probably what's going to happen. He's likely going to have like a rubber match with Johnny since they're one apiece now.
Fine with me. That'll be Gargano's one song. No, that'll be it for him.
Yep, I would probably say so. And who knows what's going to happen for the future of that. I guarantee people are going to be complaining if Johnny doesn't win it back.
Oh, boo-hoo. He had his run.
He had his run. He was in the title picture for the longest time now.
Yep.
It's time for somebody else.
There's a chance.
It's time for somebody else to have a chance, and it's time for us to move on because we just finished our review of NXT 25. And one last time, congratulations to NXT on their 25th TakeOver event. Congratulations, right?
It's awesome. It was an awesome show. Good job, guys.
And we can't wait for 25 more. Can't wait for 25 more, am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready for NXT TakeOver 50.
Oh, God.
In about 5 years from now, right? I'd
assume.
assume.
It's to be a podcast in 5 years.
Who knows what we're going to be doing in 2024?
Oh, damn.
Like, Heel Balor and I will be like 28-year-olds.
I know, right? That's crazy.
And I'll be 27.
Damn.
Who knows what's going to be happening? But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to now move on to the next phase of this. Things got exciting. Things may down itself for a little bit. But you know what? We're going to try and be as optimistic as we can about this, unlike many other people. Yes, we're coming back to Saudi Arabia to discuss and predict the events of WWE Super Show-Down.
Yes, folks. We're here to discuss it. And we don't care about your opinions out there. If you think that we're going to be watching this for the blood money, or we're giving WWE our hearts and souls out there, we're just doing this because we want to watch it.
Yeah, and think about this. The last time there was a Super Showdown event, it was in Australia, and we refer to that one as the Super Snooze Down, mainly as a reference to the fact that it would start at 5 in the morning for us.
Mm-hmm. And that's where the rant started, folks.
And that also had a bad match card.
Yes.
It did. This one, on the other hand, has more of a decent match card, and I can't believe I would say that. This one actually has an okay match card.
I agree.
We got 9 scheduled matches on here, but before we go to that, I just want to say I'm happy that they brought back God Smacks When Legends Rise as the theme song, because I love that one for Greatest Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great theme song.
I knew that theme sounded familiar.
And here's the thing, Greatest Royal Rumble was actually a good show.
It was.
Crown-
It featured the most famous spot of the night, Titus O'Neil tripping. Come on. Can't get any better than that.
Crown Jewel, on the other hand,
No, we're not going to talk about
we do
Crown
not
Jewel.
talk and discuss about Crown Jewel, right?
You do not bring up Crown Jewel with the Losers Lounge. Ever.
Unless we have no choice but to predict another Crown Jewel coming up.
Shh. They're probably listening, Christian. We shouldn't talk about that.
They probably are. I just want to say, though, Heel Balor, what is your thoughts on the fact that they just decided to name this Super Showdown?
Well, at first I laughed at it. I'm like, really? You're just recycling the name that you used last year? But, I guess it makes sense. I guess. I mean, what was the original name for the show?
Sands of Time?
It sounds so wrong on so many levels.
And also,
good for them
and the
for
other
Super
one
Showdown.
was Saudi Mania.
Okay.
That's
too far.
goofy.
That's
so goofy.
Aren't they making this pay-per-view? What are the promotions saying? It's the biggest thing since WrestleMania. No. What are they saying?
Or as good as or better than.
Yeah, I was like, really? You're gonna bury WrestleMania? That's not cool.
Okay,
That's goofy.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Double R Rice to Ryan's Goofy moment.
Yep.
Yeah, WrestleMania was way better. Sorry.
The greatness
Sorry.
I would say the greatness that was WrestleMania 35.
Yep.
Because that was a wonderful WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Probably that's a top 3 for me.
Top 5 for me. Let me tell you right now. And no, it's not because it was on my birthday.
Yep. As Ryan just said, like, he thinks the fact that, this is Super Showdown or quoted as good as or compared to WrestleMania, this is goofy, right?
Sands of Time.
Oh yeah. But
Sands of Time. That
like I
just
said,
sounds so wrong.
for Vince, it is good shit.
Good shit. It is good shit. And you would eat that good shit and you would like it.
As you guys
Super
know,
Skipper.
Oh, my God.
since this is Saudi Arabia, female wrestlers are not allowed to compete. However, there's been reports that Natalia and Alexa Bliss are on their way there.
Yeah. I mean, don't always believe what you read, ladies and gentlemen. Only get your hopes up. But, I mean, my stance on the women not going to Saudi Arabia, first of all, you can't change Saudi Arabia's rules. You cannot do that at all. WWE signed a 10-year deal with these people, not knowing what they were getting themselves into, I guarantee you. And, they probably didn't think, we're going to a country where women and LGBT people are pretty much ridiculed and killed for being themselves. Which shout out to all my LGBT community people out there. I love you guys. Happy Pride Month. I mean, it's just ridiculous that people think that, the women are allowed to go to Saudi Arabia. That's not fair. It's not on WWE. It's not on them. It's on Saudi Arabia. Blame Saudi Arabia.
Exactly.
WWE made their bed. They're lying in it right now. They're lying in a bed with a bunch of killers. And they need to be very, very, very careful. Because you never know what could happen in one of those shows. Very serious.
Just so you know, America also has killers.
Yeah, that's very true, but still.
I just want to. I don't know. I know this is a little weird for me to bring this up, but Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau had noted the fact that there's been a lot of disappearances and murder of Native American women recently.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it's apparently been described as another genocide. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh god, this world is screwed up, folks. Let me tell you. We need more love and positivity. We need more people like us.
Indeed.
So if people thought that Saudi Arabia was just bad, Canada and the United States also have been going through this. They're once again capturing and annihilating Native Americans all because of their friggin' race.
People are just being ridiculed and hated on because of their race, religion, sexuality. It's just sickening. It's I know off topic. I understand that, but like,
well, we're talking about Saudi Arabia, so it's not really off topic.
I mean, it's our podcast. We're happy we want, but like stuff like this really irritates me because I got so many friends. First of all, they're part of the LGBT community, and they're ridiculed, and they're basically just told that they're not good enough and all that crap. Like, who the heck are you to tell others that they can't love another person
of the same sex, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Same sex. Thank you, Christian. But like, look at Flair's section. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this. I mean, she's not here, but should we?
Go ahead.
All right. So, as we all know, our good friend Kelsey is bi. So when she came out 2 years ago, she was hated, and she was brought down for her sexuality. You know what we did? You know what we did as friends? We came to her defense. Right, boys?
Exactly.
We came to her defense and defended her.
Mm-hmm.
In 2016, I came out as bisexual.
That is correct, and that was before I knew about Christian. Yeah.
It takes balls to go up and talk to the entire public and say, I'm bisexual, or I'm gay, I'm gender fluid, I'm trans.
Mm-hmm. I got a good friend who's Australian. He's gay. My losers know who he is, but he came out as gay. He was afraid to do that. So just leave people alone.
Yeah, if there's anybody listening to this podcast right now who's gay, bisexual, transgender, gender fluid, pretty much anything different in the sexual orientation that is usually ridiculed by a bunch of people, be proud of who you are. This is Pride Month, for God's sake.
Yes.
Hell, our freaking Twitter accounts have the rainbow flag on it right now as we speak. Go check it out.
Mm-hmm. Go check us out, folks. And if we don't have them on there, it's just because we haven't put them on there, which I haven't actually. But I gotta do that because I stand for everyone's sexuality and stuff like that. I don't stand for people ridiculing and bringing others down because of their sexuality. Like for real, stuff like this really irritates me.
And another thing is,
what you got? Right?
This whole, it's not just with LGBT what am I trying to say? Like those protesters or whatever, they do protesting and crap, they're hollering and yelling or whatever it is that they do, and it's that's not cool. I mean, I have certain beliefs, and and I respect everybody else's beliefs, and whatever they want to do, I respect that. Because people have a right to do what they want to do. They have the freedom to choose what they want to do. And whatever it is that they decide to do, I will respect that. I will respect that. All that protesting crap, I'm like, go away with that. Because that's just stupid.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw a story yesterday. This is totally off topic, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that, but I saw this story yesterday that apparently, I don't know where this is at, it's somewhere in America, that they want to make a straight Pride Month.
Boston.
Boston. Okay, I saw a story about that. I'm like, why?
A straight Pride Parade? Like, what the fuck?
What is the whole point behind that?
Yeah, nobody gets ridiculed for being straight.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That's being ridiculed. It's okay, right?
That's no problem.
Christian, you were saying?
Yeah, nobody gets ridiculed for being straight.
No.
If you're straight, people will, welcome you with open arms. If you're gay, there's a lot of people out there who would probably ridicule you or pretty much kill you. And
just because you're different.
And here's the thing. The fact that WWE is going to Saudi Arabia, here's the thing. I try not to look at the fact that, they're in Saudi Arabia because, when it comes to the wrestling events, we're only here to watch the wrestling shows, not learn about Saudi Arabia. That's not what we're here for. We're just here to watch the wrestling. That's it. That is it.
Now, Christian, what's your thoughts on people not watching because they're protesting?
Yeah, you know what? Whatever the fuck they want to do. They don't want to watch, don't fucking watch. I don't give a shit about them.
Mm-hmm. You don't watch the show, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to watch because I'm a wrestling fan. And I'm actually very intrigued to see what happens in this show.
Exactly.
So I'll bring others down for saying that they want to watch the show. I've seen so many people get hated on this week because they're going to be watching Crown Jewel. And God forbid, there we go again. Watching Super Show-Down.
Well, let's actually, I know we just said we're now bring this up, but let's go back really quickly to November of Crown Jewel. That was at the time where there was that assassination of that one guy, remember?
I remember.
And people were being ridiculed for watching the show all because that means you support the assassination of that guy. And we're like, fuck no, it's not. No. That's not what it's all about. Seriously, we don't, just because we watch an event from Saudi Arabia doesn't mean we, like we freaking approve of this shit.
And people saying the wrestlers are protesting because they're not going. Some of them are not going. That might be true. Seth Rollins is going.
Yeah, John Cena and Daniel Bryan, obviously, they're not going. Sami Zayn can't go because he's of Syrian descent. Kevin Owens refused to go.
Sami Zayn will be killed if he goes.
Kevin Owens refused to go in support of Sami. And,
so that's why. Okay, I read a different story.
Yeah.
Aleister Black can't go to the show because of his tattoos.
Very true. The women can't go because, that's...
Women's rights, yeah.
But, don't be harping on the wrestlers like it's not their fault. Some of them might not want to go. Some of them... I got a good friend, who's should remain anonymous, who basically says, think about the children over there. Think about the fans over there who actually love them. Don't think about the fans who are sitting on their phone. And by the way, those people are not fans. Think of the fans who actually watch the show over there, who are actually going to these events to watch it. Think of the kids. Think of them. Think how they feel. They rarely get WWE over there, Think about that. Think about those people. Not the people sitting in their chairs not giving a crap about wrestling.
So, I'm
pretty much... Prince,
of course, yeah.
Prince doesn't know a damn thing about wrestling. Give me a break. Didn't the Prince, I believe, he wanted Yokozuna in the Greatest Royal Rumble last year?
I remember that. And the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. This guy wants Goldberg and The Undertaker.
Well, he at least got that.
Plus,
I don't get it.
Like, not to be rude or anything, but they died, so... Yeah, sorry, man, you're not going to get that.
They're dead. What's next? This is probably very dark, but what's next? You ask for Chris Benoit? Like, seriously.
Owen Hart?
For real. Yeah, I was going to say, that's probably dark, but like, this Prince, I guarantee you,
he's going to ask for Eddie Guerrero
about
one
wrestling.
Day. He's going to ask for Eddie Guerrero one day.
I guarantee you he's going to ask for Eddie Guerrero one day. He's going to ask for people who are gone. Like, for real, like, what is... I don't get it. The Prince... First of all, I don't think the Prince knows a damn thing about wrestling.
He's going to ask for Stone Cold
especially if he doesn't even know, like which wrestlers are dead.
Exactly.
I mean, here's my other thing. When we get to his match, I'll talk about it. Finn's match. When we get to his match, I'll talk about it. Because this is the thing I actually kind of wanted to discuss.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Finn Balor is going in as the Demon. The Demon, right? Mm-hmm. And I believe in Saudi's religion or whatever the hell they're... Demons are considered evil, of course.
Well, duh.
So, of course, Finn Balor is going in as the Demon character. That kind of just... I don't know. That kind of feels awkward to me. And also, why is the Demon being brought back for the show?
Exactly.
Why is the Demon being brought back for the show?
At least when it came to
no reason.
When it came to Bobby Lashley, at least he had a reason. Bobby was pressing the living hell out of his buttons.
Oh, here's another thing people are saying. People are saying, why didn't Finn Balor bring the Demon for Brock Lesnar? He didn't use it for Brock Lesnar. You idiots. He didn't need it for Brock Lesnar.
Exactly. He wanted to prove that he can handle Brock himself, not some sort of freaking thing from hell.
Like, for real. Yeah, Finn Balor's back. Leave him be.
So back
I saw
really
that
quickly
match live, and it was still freaking good.
It was.
Heck yeah.
So back to what I was saying earlier. People were saying because we watched Crown Jewel that we approved of that assassination. This time, it's a little more awkward because we're watching the Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia at the time where, it's freaking Pride Month.
That is correct. Correct.
Here's the thing. For like 4 hours, we're going to just put all that stuff aside and watch wrestling. And once that's over, we're going to go back to what we usually do.
Ranting and discussing professional wrestling for you people.
Exactly. So, I'm just going to say right now, like, we're fine, guys. We're okay with WWE going back to Saudi Arabia because, we just learned to accept it. There's nothing we can do about it.
Nothing we can do about it. We're just going to sit there on our hands and knees, No, I'm just kidding. No, we're not going to do it. We're going to sit there like good fans like we are. Okay? Let people watch what they want to watch. If people want to watch Crown Jewel, let them. If people don't want to watch Crown Jewel, that's fine. But don't bring others down because they're going to be watching a wrestling show.
I think you meant to say
Just
Super
because of what
Showdown,
happened
not Crown
last year.
Jewel.
Like, for real, just because what happened last year, don't let that affect you. And I understand. Oh, and people are also bringing up, but why aren't the women having an event like last year? Where's Evolution 2? They're not getting an event. That's not fair.
First of all,
I mean, a river.
First of all, in some ways I'd be like, well, that'd be cool to see a second all women's pay-per-view, but I think
I know.
I think for now that they're just, waiting for the right moment to do something like that again.
I understand that people want the women over there, but you have to think of the safety issues. Okay? Yeah. Think of their safety.
Hey, if you want people to like abide by your laws, you gotta abide by their laws.
That's what the WWE is doing.
Abide by the right laws of other countries, all right? That's how it works.
And respect others.
All right, we went through a long rant talking about.
Moving on.
Went through a long rant talking about the location because I figured we were going to be doing that.
I guarantee you.
WWE Super Showdown is taking place in Jeddah, in the city of Jeddah, which is the same place that hosted the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Correct.
The King Abdullah International Stadium, which I've seen pictures of it, it looks beautiful.
So that's cool.
The stadium actually looks good, and considering the fact that, we're in Saudi Arabia, at least another plus is we get pyrotechnics again.
That is correct.
Yep.
I love it.
Crown Jewel may have been horse shit, but it had a lot of pyro.
Oh, let me tell you.
The pyro was wonderful that night. But that was pretty much the best. The only good thing was the pyro.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, we got 9 matches on the card here, but we have only 3 title matches, whereas back at the Greatest Royal Rumble, they had a 50-man Rumble match. We have a 50-man Battle Royal on this one, which we'll probably talk about first. But first, last Greatest Royal Rumble, we had the 50-man Rumble match, a casket match with Rusev and The Undertaker, Triple H and John Cena, and 7 title matches. And in my opinion, that already topped that year's WrestleMania because the WrestleMania New Orleans was shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this one, in my opinion, it's more of a decent card. Crown Jewel, it looked bad just even before it even started.
Yep.
The World Cup shit, the Triple H and Shawn Michaels versus Kane and Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just be thankful Shawn Michaels is back in retirement and move on.
Yes, let's forget about that match and his retirement or his
That match never happened. That
match never happened. It only happened in 2K. That's where it happened.
We may not be looking forward to a lot of these matches, but we're going to be as optimistic as we can, folks.
Correct.
Let's kick things off, as I said, with that 50-man Battle Royal. If a 50-man Royal Rumble match was amazing and impressive, I think a 50-man Battle Royal will also be as impressive because you're literally defeating 49 others in one time.
Mm-hmm.
So, winning the 50-man Royal Rumble match last year was amazing on Braun Strowman's part. But winning a 50-man Battle Royal where literally everyone's in the ring at the same time, that, in my opinion, is a little more impressive.
Yep.
Even if it doesn't,
Oh, yeah.
even if it's not as long as the Royal Rumble was. But, it's okay. I look forward to this because, we're trying to get as many people in there as possible. So, expect almost all the tag teams in there. Probably expect some maybe some innocent legends to show up, possibly for one time. But here's what I want. I want this 50-man Battle Royal to be all about the 24/7 title.
Dude, I would actually like that.
Yeah, R-Truth, the match begins, and R-Truth's literally in the middle with all 49 just looking at him. And everybody's trying to pin him. It's a Battle Royal, but we need another referee in there to count a pinfall because, 24/7.
And legit, this has been the greatest thing going in WWE.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of us were a little suspicious of the
24/7 gold.
Yeah, some of us were a little suspicious of the 24/7 title, but as it went on, we were like, okay, it's actually not that bad. It's fun.
Something very interesting.
Very true.
Something very interesting.
All right.
So, the part where Jinder Mahal and R-Truth, they're at that golf course?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That video that was released. Last time I checked, and it could have been higher. It was at 3-something million views.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Here's the thing. This just goes to show I like what WWE did, which is they have the title change even when it's on a regular day. That's not broadcast in WWE. I like that.
Yeah.
Because they're literally meaning this is 24/7. This is happening anywhere at any time. And of course, a majority of the comments were, why the hell was Jinder wearing his outfit his gear in a freaking golf course? I'm like, well, it's probably hot out there.
Yeah, it's hot.
Although I love how R-Truth, after winning the title back, he was being dragged by that golf cart. He didn't have time to sit down.
Yeah.
That was funny.
R-Truth makes a goal.
And Jinder Mahal didn't even chase after him after that.
Yeah.
You know what was even more funny? I think R-Truth tweeted out, he's like, man, this is getting more, I can't remember how he put it, this is getting more tough after having to defend this title 24 hours a day or something like that. I can't remember how the tweet was.
I remember how he did say one time, I can't believe people are still coming after me, even if I pass 24 hours and 7 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
R-Truth just made this the best thing going on. Next to Bray Wyatt in the Firefly Funhouse. Hey, do you think Bray Wyatt could show up at this 50-man Battle Royal?
It's a possibility.
What if he won the 24/7 title and held it on an episode of Firefly Funhouse?
And R-Truth just walks in and pins him.
And pretends as if he's like, one of the kids there. Yay! So, the 50-man Battle Royal should be very interesting since we don't even know who the hell's in it. I'm thinking to myself, how the hell do we... Okay, let's just look at the rest of the roster.
I legit literally almost forgot about this match.
Yeah, let's look at the rest of the roster and assume that everybody's in it, okay? Anybody who's not in a scheduled match already at the Super Show-Down, let's just assume they're in this Battle Royal. I'm going to predict R-Truth to win it.
Oh my god. I could see it.
He wins it, and could you imagine if there's so many title switches, if there's 20 new champions in that 24/7 title situation too?
Oh my god.
Because I think it'd be cool, because, Mick Foley did say, like, a legend could possibly win that title. That's the only title where we're actually okay with legends winning. Because they could just win it and then lose it.
Yep.
This is a never-ending match. That's what's so cool about it. So, Double R writes to Ryan, if you want to take a quick look at the rest of the roster or whatever, go ahead. But who do you predict will win the 50-man Battle Royal?
I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre.
That's true. He's not in the match. That's a really good one. He's not in the scheduled match. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about that.
Also, my question is, will the winner of this Battle Royal receive a title?
Or something, right?
Probably.
I think that...
what happened to that green belt that we saw last year?
The Greatest Royal Rumble title?
Yeah, why didn't they bring that back?
Well, because this ain't the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Well, son of a gun. I hate everything. Why even give that belt to Strowman if it was only going to have for one effect?
Well, it was a one-time only thing.
Okay, well, they can make a new championship at least.
In my opinion, yeah.
50-man Battle Royal Championship.
The winner of this 50-man Battle Royal should probably get something. I'd probably hope maybe a WWE or Universal title match at SummerSlam. Of their choice.
Probably, I wouldn't mind it.
Of their choice, that type of thing. Hey, could Brock Lesnar win this Battle Royal?
Oh my god.
We'll be talking about Brock Lesnar a little later because he said something about cashing in on Friday. However,
he can be the 50th entrant.
So yeah, actually, there's no entrance. They're all in at the same time. But Ryan says Drew McIntyre possibly. Heel Balor, who would you predict to win this 50-man Battle Royal out of all the remaining roster?
Oh my gosh. I guess I'm going to go with McIntyre, too. I think first of all, since he didn't win Money in the Bank, you have to give him something. And first of all, why is Drew McIntyre part of another stable-ish thing, I guess, with Shane McMahon?
Yeah, why is he Shane McMahon's sidekick?
Yeah. What's with Drew McIntyre being the sidekick roles? That man should be a world champion by now, Vince.
Exactly.
He's the chosen one.
I also have a couple other picks that I think would win that Battle Royal.
Who?
Elias is probably one.
Oh, yeah.
The Miz.
I almost forgot he was around.
And you'd probably be shocked by this one, but hold up a second. I just want to make sure I look at this properly. AJ Styles.
Ooh, AJ Styles.
Here's the thing. He was out with, some nagging injuries. That's why he couldn't face Seth Rollins for the title tonight. I mean, at Super Show-Down. However, I'm thinking, how cool would it be if he was actually in this Battle Royal and he won it?
I would mind it.
Which would allow him to get his title match with Seth Rollins at SummerSlam.
Rematch.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right, but Heel Balor, go ahead and pick somebody to win.
Drew McIntyre.
All right.
That's all I got. Drew McIntyre.
Can't really talk much about the Battle Royal because we don't know who the fuck's in it.
Not really.
We'll probably assume everybody's in the match. Adam Cole's going to win it, maybe.
Adam Cole shows up. My jaw's going to drop.
If he wins the Battle Royal as the NXT champion. All right, folks.
Never complain ever again.
The next match we're going to talk about is probably something we're only going to be talking about for a minute. A 3-on-1 handicap match. Lars Sullivan versus Lucha House Party. Heel Balor, go.
Lars Sullivan is going to win. Double RS Divine, you are next.
Squash match, Lars Sullivan, in a story. Let's get on.
Lars Sullivan wins the 3-on-1 handicap match. All right, next match. That was only 30 seconds. All right,
Yeah.
the next match we're going to talk about. I think the rest of the matches, we'll have some time to talk about them. Sorry about that, Lars and Lucha House Party, but we don't give a shit about you.
Nope.
This next match, Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon, which is a lot more interesting now, honestly.
All right, prediction time.
Awkward spears.
I would say it this time.
Prediction time.
I'll say it this time. Ladies and gentlemen, it'll be the big dog Roman Reigns taking on the best in the world!
Hold it.
Shane McMahon!
Bravo! That was good. Bravo!
Really?
Bravo!
You liked it?
Bravo! It's like a cartoon, Ryan. Bravo!
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I can hold for that long.
I did it very good. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
I never thought I could do that, but okay then. Greg Hamilton might need to be replaced.
Ooh, I take it.
All right. Back to this match though. It's very interesting to see. Could you imagine if Shane actually wins this match? It's not going to happen, but could you imagine?
This is WWE, so anything could happen.
Right now, of course, we're all, just sick and tired of having Shane McMahon getting in the big spotlights.
Yes, we are. Dude, you've taken up so many spotlights as of late. The Miz, you took it at the tag team division at the beginning of the year. Now you're in a feud with the big dog. Why? Because he punched your father in the face? Kevin Owens headbutted your father in the face, and what'd you do? You put him in a Hell in a Cell match, and you lost.
Yep, and I believe think about this. I just hope Roman spears the living hell out of Shane.
Hope he spears his guts in.
Enough that Shane's going to be out of the equation.
That noise he made when Kevin Owens powerbombed him into a crate one time.
Oh my god. Well, let's actually just get to the prediction on this one. I predict Roman Reigns, Heel Balor.
Roman Reigns is going to win.
And
Next.
Rice to Ryan.
I don't give a shit. Next. I was kidding. Roman Reigns.
No, but we don't give a shit about this match. Or at least I don't.
All right, the next match we'll talk about, Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley.
Strowman's winning. Thank you. Next.
I don't give a shit. Next. Braun Strowman.
Bobby Lashley.
Okay.
Okay, that's another match we're just done with. We're going through these faster than anything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's actually get quickly to the title matches. Back to this. The Intercontinental Championship, Finn Balor versus Andrade. And Heel Balor brought up earlier the point that Finn Balor is competing against Andrade as the Demon. First of all, I want to say, I'm glad they're actually having Finn Balor take on Andrade. This is actually one of the few matches I'm excited for.
Same. Which, by the way, Finn Balor was drunk this past week.
Who among us has never been drunk?
Not me. I don't drink.
I'm not.
I was drunk at WrestleMania.
Yeah, very true.
Well, it was my birthday.
Well, Kamikaze. Shout out to Kamikaze. Love you, bro.
Yep.
Kamikaze.
I want to say, I've been looking forward to having Andrade get a title match with Finn Balor since Finn, won back the title at WrestleMania.
Yes.
It may happen in Saudi Arabia, but it's happening.
Why it's not Finn Balor the man, I don't know why. The Demon has to come out to play for this show for whatever reason.
I guess so.
That's sweet Saudi money.
I mean, here's the thing. How shocking would it be if Andrade actually dethroned the Demon?
I will turn off the show and I will never talk to you people ever again.
Really?
I'm kidding. Well, I'll turn off the TV show. I'll turn off the show. And I will go black on Twitter for the rest of the
I will be pissed.
No, I'll be pissed, all right. You get the most pissed off rant next week if that happens.
Really?
I'm telling you right now.
Out of the
I'll
mind.
tell you why I'll be pissed. Because Finn won't have his Intercontinental title when I beat him.
Anyways, moving on. I'll be pissed because Finn Balor should not be defeated as the Demon on the main roster. Let me repeat that one more time. The main roster. Yes, he lost in NXT.
The MAIN roster.
Thank you, the main roster, ladies and gentlemen. Finn Balor lost in NXT as the Demon to Samoa Joe at TakeOver. The end inside a steel cage. Finn Balor has not lost as the Demon since he has been on the main roster. And it shouldn't be to Andrade. One, because Andrade is not believable, first of all. Don't even at me. Finn Balor. Andrade is not believable whatsoever to beat the Demon. That belongs to somebody like Drew McIntyre, Aleister Black, heck, even Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I said Brock Lesnar. But now Andrade is seeing all of us. And this coming from a big Andrade fan. And I'm so happy for him getting a title shot, which, by the way, came out of nowhere when they announced this. And Balor going in as the Demon, he should not be defeated. He should remain undefeated. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if it's just face paint or whatever. The Demon needs to be protected. And it should be protected, and it shouldn't be squandered against somebody like Andrade Cien Almas. I don't care what anybody says.
So I assume that if this was just regular Finn Balor against Andrade, you'd be fine if Andrade won?
Yes, I'd be fine if Andrade won. If Balor was the man. The Balor's the Demon here. The Demon in my opinion, the Demon needs to win this match. Just to protect the Demon. It would make the Demon, in my opinion, look weak if he were to lose to somebody like Andrade. And also, I don't care what anybody says. If Andrade does win this match, it's because of backstage politics with Charlotte Flair. Don't at me.
Huh, that's interesting. Okay.
Don't at me.
Ricer Ryan, your thoughts on this Intercontinental title match?
I think with that, this could be match of the night.
That's not saying much.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised when they actually announced that the Demon was going to be like in this match. Like it was kind of, I didn't really expect it, but yeah, I guess it's kind of whatever. I guess it'll be cool. Yeah, I am kind of. This is probably my match, the match I'm looking forward to most. Yeah, I'll say that. But yeah, I do think I'm gonna go with Finn Balor because I don't think if the Demon loses, then that's just stupid.
See me again.
I am with All Elite Wrestling.
Aren't we all ready with All Elite Wrestling?
Yeah. As for our predictions, the Demon's winning. That's all I gotta say. The Demon needs to win this match. That's all I gotta say. Move him on to somebody else. Not the Demon, the man.
I believe.
And not Becky Lynch, not that man.
I believe, Rice Ryan, you wrote the same thing.
What is it?
I believe you vote the same thing.
Yeah.
All
Finn
right.
Balor.
As for me, I also predict Finn Balor to win because I also do not see the Demon losing in this case. Maybe if they build the stuff up to a little bit further for Finn Balor to be, I'd at least like to see a rematch between these two when Finn Balor's the man. Yeah.
Then he can lose. And it's stomping grounds for all we know.
Hell, that could be like the match of the night at Stomping Grounds too. Who knows? Finn could
I'm
be
not
in
gonna
a
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want Balor to lose the IC title so they can move him up to the main event spot because I see so much potential in Finn Balor, folks. Come on. I've been watching that guy since 2013.
I'm just gonna ask this right now. Like, how would you guys respond?
Of course.
How would you guys respond to this? An Intercontinental title triple threat at SummerSlam. Finn Balor, Andrade, and Ali.
That'd be good.
Put Buddy Murphy in there and I'll be fine.
Who? Oh, right. Sorry. But yeah, I also go Finn Balor, the Demon, for this case, because no, the Demon ain't losing this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's 3 for Finn Balor. Let's go on to the next title match, the Universal Championship, as Seth Rollins defends against, thankfully, Baron Corbin. However, there's a wild card. No, not the WWE wild card. There's a different type of wild card in the mix. And that is Mr. Money in the Bank, Brock Lesnar. We gotta watch out for him.
I'll talk about Brock Lesnar when we get to a certain title match.
Yeah, because ladies and gentlemen, Baron Corbin actually earned his title match at least, we'll say that.
Yes.
Won a Fatal 4-Way. That was originally a Fatal 4-Way elimination, but then back to a Fatal 4-Way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I kind of figured, he defeated Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley and The Miz. Mainly defeated The Miz because Braun and Bobby had their little fight. But I will say, I'm at least glad that Baron Corbin actually earned a title match and wasn't just randomly given a title match like Andrade was.
Yeah, Andrade, what did you do? I know exactly what you did. We're not going to get into that.
We could say the same thing about Dolph Ziggler, but we will in a moment.
Dolph Ziggler. Please.
Seth Rollins and Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin, in my opinion, well, I don't think he'll win the Universal title. However, that'd be awesome if he did, because Baron Corbin is one of the most hated bad guys. One of the most hated bad guys on the main roster. If he actually won the Universal title, a lot of people would be pissed off, yes, but here's the thing. Baron Corbin's a guy who can actually, since he already has Mike Rome, announce his specific instructions, if he's doing that with the Universal title, he's putting the title first, like a champion should.
Kofi.
Seth.
Sorry. Rollins. We're looking at you two.
Finn.
Yeah, Finn. Wait, what?
Okay, maybe a little.
Gotcha.
Maybe a little bit, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, very true. Balor's too busy smiling and being with his girlfriend as of late, so
Yeah.
whatever. Leave him alone.
Yeah. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins has been an okay champion for now, I guess. I mean, he had a great match with AJ Styles and Money in the Bank.
I'll talk about Seth Rollins when it gets to my turn.
Yeah. But I'm going to say, I hope Baron Corbin does win this match, wins the Universal title, because I want to see him as the top heel. He pretty much is the top heel, so the top heel, in this case, should get the title so that the next big babyface could win it. No, not Roman Reigns. He's part of the SmackDown situation. Even despite the wild card. Yes, he's a part of the SmackDown brand.
Wild card. Whoa. God.
This could, or if Drew McIntyre ditches the McMahons and everything, he could actually be the one to eventually rise to the occasion and take out Baron Corbin himself, because they've had issues at Money in the Bank.
Turn Drew McIntyre babyface, you say? I would not mind it.
Well, he doesn't have to be babyface. He could still be a psychopath, but he could still be the one to destroy Baron Corbin.
Have it in a squash match at SummerSlam. One Claymore, 1, 2, 3.
There ain't nothing bigger than seeing the bad guy everybody hates get destroyed. Like the time when Baron Corbin got annihilated at TLC.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
It was.
But yeah, I predict Baron Corbin to win this one.
Okay.
Ryan, what is your thought? Ryan, what's your thoughts on the Universal title match?
Honestly, I'm not really all that looking forward to it. But I'm going to go with Seth Rollins to retain. So, yeah, Seth Rollins.
Okay.
All right, Heel Balor, your thoughts on the Universal title match?
I think it's going to be a decent match, at least, whatever they can get out of the crowd, if the crowd's not texting on their phones or whatever. I'm looking forward to it, I guess. I mean, Corbin really is showing me something. I actually am starting to become a pretty big fan of Corbin. Because beforehand, I really haven't really haven't been that much invested in him as of late. But now he's coming into his own, and he's finally showing me something at least. I'm starting to like Baron Corbin. Seth Rollins, as we all know, I'm not the biggest Seth Rollins fan out there, which I am.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I like that, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you hear any noises up there, like the water pipes are moving right now.
So, okay. I thought it was raining over there.
So, folks, if you hear anything, the water pipes are moving, but that's okay. It happens. But continue on with what you were saying, Heel Balor.
Thank you, Christian Miracle. Seth Rollins, the Universal Champion, he's had a decent run so far. Nothing very special besides his match they just saw in the bank. Of course, he got the living crap beaten out of him this past Monday on Raw by Brock Lesnar, who teased the cash in, and then they did something I wish they didn't do.
Are we kind of surprised?
No, I'm not really surprised they did. Becky Lynch showed face. Becky Lynch showed up. They were carting Seth Rollins in the ambulance, and while they were doing that, I was holding my head. I'm like, no, please don't do this. I don't know what they're doing, but I got this very weird feeling they're going to bring Becky into the storyline with Rollins, not they're a couple. Or, I mean, an item, boyfriend, girlfriend, not a couple yet.
No.
I just don't think Becky needs to be used in Rollins' storyline. She should remain her own storylines and vice versa. I understand Paul Heyman brought up Becky Lynch. I believe it was after WrestleMania. It was built to Money in the Bank, I believe. And they brought
post Money in the Bank.
Yeah, post Money in the Bank. Thank you, Double R. They brought up Becky Lynch, which they brought up pissed, which understandably he would be. But I just don't think having her in the storylines would be interesting, and it's not needed. Keep her out of it. And vice versa. I've heard enough of Seth and Becky, to be honest. Just let's just move on. Find another babyface, babyface couple. As for the match, and who do I think is going to win? Seth Rollins. Brock Lesnar's going to show face. Brock Lesnar's going to show up, but he's not cashing in. He's going to tease a cash in. But when we get to another certain match, we'll get to that in a few minutes, folks. Seth Rollins is retaining the Universal Championship. But if Baron Corbin wins, I will throw the biggest celebration that you've ever seen in your entire life. Because I think Baron Corbin has the skill to become a world champion. Yes, even if it is the Universal Championship. And also, I want to see people cry.
Pretty much,
and also, another thing is this. Baron Corbin is, my honest opinion, I think he's one of the hottest heels at the moment. Some people will probably disagree with that, and that's fine. But I think Baron Corbin has improved. Week after week, he improves, especially as a heel character.
He has.
So, yeah. And you know what? He does a very good job at it. So, yeah.
He does. He's getting legit heat. He's getting go away heat. That's what a heel wants.
He's doing his job. That's what a heel does.
They are paid to do that, people. They are paid to have you like and hate them.
We have said countless times that is exactly how it's supposed to go, and you got to stop making your excuses, folks.
Mm-hmm. You do. These guys are paid to go out there to be hated and liked. And the guy outside the ring, I've heard, is the nicest guy ever.
Yeah.
Don't hate the character, not the person.
Bingo. All right, let's go on. We're going to go on to the next match. The WWE Championship. Kofi Kingston will defend against Dolph Ziggler? He's still around?
Yeah, ask why.
Who the hell? What? I didn't even know he was still around. When was the last time we saw him?
The last time we saw Dolph Ziggler was at the
Royal Rumble.
Literally in the Royal Rumble. That was the last time we saw him.
He wasn't even on the road to WrestleMania or even after the road to WrestleMania.
He was doing stand-up comedy, apparently.
I was actually at one of those. Right after the Royal Rumble, I went to a stand-up comedy.
You did?
Yeah. It was pretty awesome. So, yeah, if you ever have the chance to see one of his comedy stand-ups, go to it. Yeah. I think it's pretty good.
So I've heard a lot about it, actually. I heard he's funny.
Yeah. Pretty cool. It had, like, Justin Roberts, Ty Dillinger, Tyler Breeze. Yeah, Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder. Yeah, they had a bunch of people.
Oh, they're still around? I didn't know that.
Yep. They've just been doing stand-up comedy, so yeah.
Oh, if that's the case, get the tattoo ties off them. Anyways, the WWE Championship match, we got Kofi Kingston. Yay! Defending against Dolph Ziggler. Are we back in 2010 again, guys?
And the reason this match exists is because Dolph Ziggler said, "It should have been me."
He sounds like a whining crybaby. Seriously, it should have been me. I wasn't around. I was doing stand-up comedy. It should have been me. It should have been me, man. And you got the opportunity while I wasn't here.
Heel Balor does bring up a valid point when it comes to the fact that is this 2010 again, because Dolph Ziggler won his first Intercontinental title defeating Kofi Kingston. A year later won his first United States title defeating Kofi Kingston. How fitting would it be if he won his first WWE title by defeating Kofi Kingston?
I would laugh.
I'd love that. I'd love that, honestly. This is the other one of the matches I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Finn Balor Andrade, Kofi Dolph, Seth and Baron, and even Triple H Randy Orton, which we'll talk about.
I'm sure the match is happening.
But yeah, Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler, they're really good at putting on great matches. I'm at least hoping this would be a decent thing. When it comes to the events in Saudi Arabia, the only thing I ask for is it to be a decent show. Because WWE right now is undefeated in great pay-per-views. And while, yes, the ending of Money in the Bank was bad, it wasn't a bad pay-per-view.
They're still undefeated, folks. Exactly. Hopefully this pay-per-view can deliver some goods.
They're 9-0 because NXT 25.
Yeah.
So congrats to them on that one. Here's the thing. While a lot of the TV tapings of Raw and SmackDown have been bad, I'm amazed that the pay-per-views have been great.
They have, dude. They have been pretty good.
That's amazing to think about.
It is.
Let's talk about this once again. My prediction for this, however, is Kofi Kingston to retain. Heel Balor, your thoughts on this title match?
Okay, going into this match, I'm excited for it. Should be good, you know. These two have great chemistry in the ring. But Dolph Ziggler is going to lose. You know, Dolph Ziggler basically is just a placeholder for Kevin Owens since he didn't want to go. But I'll talk about what I think will happen at the end of this match after Ryan talks.
All right, then
Kofi's retaining. Kofi's retaining all right.
Yeah.
I got a feeling something else is going to happen.
I think I know what you're headed for. So, yeah, I think Kofi is retaining. But, you know, Brock Lesnar has been, you know, he's been saying he's going to cash in on Seth Rollins and everything. I think it's going to be a swerve. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to cash in on Kofi Kingston. But I don't really know if he'll be at this event, though. I don't know. But, yeah, I see him going out to the WWE title. I think it's all a swerve.
I think I know where we're headed.
To get really Seth Rollins' attention and kind of get Kofi Kingston away from Lesnar's attention. So, yeah, I could see that definitely happening.
Yep.
So you got Kofi retaining?
Yeah.
Okay. As the Double R just said, which was what I was going to say, Kofi Kingston's going to retain. But Seth Rollins, of course, not Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar is holding the boom box. He's going to be jamming his way down to the ring or running, whatever he's going to be doing. He's going to cash in, and he's going to become the new WWE champion because apparently, I don't know if this has anything to do with, you know, the rumors or whatever. Rumors are always rumors and stuff like that. Apparently, Fox wants a big name. Fox wants Brock Lesnar. So, what better way to go into the first show on Fox than having Brock Lesnar as the WWE champion? Because Kofi Kingston does not bring ratings. No, he doesn't. And Brock Lesnar's not going to bring any either, but still. And I think this win from Lesnar will get into a bigger storyline down the line, if you know what I'm talking about. And you can see the pattern where WWE is going with this, with a certain big dog.
Oh, Roman. Oh, okay. That's what you meant.
Yeah, a certain big dog. Who do you think I was talking about?
If they want Brock as WWE, if Fox wants Brock as WWE champion, why can't we just wait till October then?
Because I don't know. Kofi Kingston. I mean, you've had a good run, buddy. You've had a good run, but it's ending. You're not walking out WWE champion. Nobody know.
And sadly enough, the last time Brock Lesnar won a title was in Saudi Arabia.
That is very, very true. Brock Lesnar's walking up the WWE champion. That's my prediction.
All right, let's gonna go on to the next match. Triple H versus Randy Orton. The last two matches are okay, I guess, or whatever. Triple H versus Randy
I told
Orton.
you we're going back in time.
Yep, a little bit of a recap of. I'm just gonna say right now, the best way to. There's not really much to talk about the build-up of this match. The only thing we can really talk about is I'll ask each one of you guys this question, starting with Rice or Ryan. What was your favorite moment in the Triple H Randy Orton rivalry over the years?
Favorite moment from Triple H Randy Orton. I don't know, honestly. I guess I would have to go with where Triple H invades Randy Orton's house.
I had a moment. I remember that.
That was the same rivalry where, Randy Orton took out the McMahons. That was a great time, right?
Yeah, when Orton punt kicked Vince in the head and Vince got, just went all insane. Legitimately, I think. So thanks, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton's punted Vince, then he punted Shane, he RKO'd, DDT'd, and then kiss raped Stephanie.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
He punted Shane so bad that we didn't get to see him until 2016. Did you know that was a stair spot that Legacy did?
Yeah.
That's what took out Shane McMahon.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's all coming back to me now. 2009 was fun.
Yeah, Heel Bella, what was your favorite moment throughout the Triple H Randy Orton feud?
Ooh, boy, there's so many moments. As Ryan said, the home invasion from Triple H was pretty good. The kiss rape thing from Randy Orton to Stephanie McMahon. I think my favorite moment from Randy Orton and Triple H was Triple H and Evolution turning on Randy Orton back in 2004. Good times, in my opinion. I think that was a very interesting moment. I think that was the pinnacle of Orton, reaching the top and literally falling back down. Because after that, of course, he lost the World Heavyweight Championship. And it kick-started his, run as a main eventer. And, we all know where that led to. Bunch of championships, lots of punt kicks, lots of crazy shenanigans. And here we are.
Yep. All right. Well, as for me, aside from, the house invasion, one of my favorite moments, most people didn't really have this as their favorite moments, had to be time Triple H and Randy Orton had a last man standing match at Extreme Rules in 2008.
Don't you mean one night stand?
Yeah. One night stand Extreme
Rules. That
was
one night stand. Well, technically that was Extreme.
That was the night where Randy Orton broke his collarbone. That was brutal.
I remember that. Oh my god, yeah.
The way he landed.
That's where Jeff Hardy does one time bomb from a truck. Good times.
Yeah, that was a great picture. I might rewatch that one day.
Same, it's so good.
Every one of those matches was just awesome.
They were. Oh my god. Good pay-per-view, folks. You should go back and watch it.
In a single night, one single night, that event had a Falls Count Anywhere match, a kendo stick match, First Blood match, I Quit match, stretcher match, last man standing, and a TLC match.
Something you will never see in today's era.
Just imagine if WWE never changed and we got what those were like on these days. How cool would that be?
Could you imagine a First Blood match between Brock Lesnar and I don't know who else?
Brock Lesnar would easily win. He could just elbow them in the head.
Yeah, true. I mean, he made Randy Orton bleed like a faucet, so.
Same thing with Roman Reigns.
Okay, that wasn't that bad as Randy Orton's.
Yeah, that's true.
Orton was God.
All right, well, let's get to the predictions of this match. My prediction is Triple H. Heel Balor?
It's a toss-up for me. I guess I'm going to go with Triple H, which, by the way, this past Monday Night Raw was hilarious between those two. Just talk about balls. That was funny.
And Ryan, your prediction?
Randy Orton.
Ooh.
This match, I guarantee, could at least be decent because Triple H and Batista had a good match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Randy Orton had a good match with AJ Styles too. So
Yeah, it was pretty good.
So there we go. As long as this match is passable, I'm going to be fine with that. Which brings us to our guaranteed main event. A battle of the old timers again. Goldberg versus The Undertaker. I'm at least glad there's nothing big on the line for this. It's a let's get this over with moment, right?
This match will last 5 minutes.
And
I'd be surprised if it goes over.
If this match lasts like a short period of time, but it has great back and forth action between those two when they hit their finishing moves and get a good moment, then I'll qualify it as a good match.
Okay.
Because, well, it doesn't have to be a 20-minute snooze fest. And Goldberg, I don't think can handle that. Neither can The Undertaker.
Yeah.
This is going to be very interesting. However, I want to bring this up. This past Tuesday on SmackDown, how hilarious was it when Goldberg looked to kick the door open, but he forgot that it was a pull open, not a push open.
Yeah, it was funny.
So that's why we heard that hit the first time. Bam! I'm like, oh crap, it's a pull open.
I remember one time he headbutted himself on the door and he led. That was funny.
Yeah.
that was funny.
Hilarious. I almost forgot about that. That was funny.
I'm going to at least ask you guys, what was your thoughts on Goldberg and The Undertaker's face-to-face stare down?
I thought it was pretty cool, to be honest.
It was cool, I guess. I mean, it's just I'm not interested, to be honest.
Really? You posted on your Instagram saying that it gave you goosebumps.
Well, yeah, I watched it. Like, looking back, I mean, I just don't know. I mean, it's just very weird in 2019.
Gotcha. I got you, Bella. I'm on top of the world.
Yes, you are. Is this payback for me being the most popular member here?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. That's the best I could come up with.
Don't even think about putting the comments about who is the most popular member because we're all equal here, folks. Come on.
I'm gonna.
True.
Since there's not much to say about this, since it's first time ever, whatever. So Goldberg, Ryan.
Go Undertaker.
All right, heel Balor.
Undertaker.
All right then. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our predictions for the Super Showdown. We have just finished our review on NXT 25 and the Super Showdown. Takes place Friday, special start time, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific.
Yay!
It's at least an afternoon of wrestling, right?
Yep.
Which is always a good thing. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap things up because there's not really much else to say. However, next week is going to be our review on the Super Showdown and hopefully some rants, right?
Hopefully.
Yep, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Thank you guys for joining us. And Heel Balor, go ahead and say our new phrase that's going to end off all our podcasts.
I think we should all say it here, since we're the losers here.
Yeah, well, the thing is, when we're live on here, we're not going to be able to say it at the same time. But Heel Balor, go ahead.
All right, we're the losers, and this is our lounge.